Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sonic Chronicle. My name is Owen, and today we're going to be watching another music video. You best believe it. Today is a little bit different though. It's not like a discovered act or anything along those lines. It's a very, very well established act, and it's one that I've been a fan of for a very, very long time, since, early 2000s. The band is Bowling for Soup. I was a fan of them, when they started, around, I suppose, I don't know, when did they start? Early 2000s? But I didn't really become a fan until about 2007. I wouldn't consider myself a massive fan until about 2007, when I saw them live at Donington, when I saw them live at Download. Their stage presence, their show, everything about them was just really, really fun, and that really endeared them to me. And they put on a great show, played a great set of all the hits, all the songs I knew, immediate great time. So when I was perusing YouTube, I noticed that they had recorded a cover of Sum 41's In Too Deep. And I was curious. I was immediately interested as to what they might do with this. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to watch that video, have a listen to it, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk over it. Before we do, though, as always, please do consider hitting the like button on this video if you like what I do. Please consider subscribing to the channel so you can get these kinds of videos dropped directly into your subscriber feed. And of course, leave me comments in the comments section below if there's anything that we talk about over the course of this video that we might disagree with, that we agree with, that, I don't know, maybe you just want to have a little bit of a chat. I'm more than happy to do so. Let me know. But with that said and done and out of the way, let's watch the video. Let's go over to my other view. Let's get it done. Okay, we're over on my other view. We've got the video up over here. We're just going to hit play, and we're going to have a watch and a listen, and we're going to see what happens. Let me roll that back a second there. One more time. I'm not sure that's right. I think there's a flub in there. I think there's an error. So, this seems to be a note-for-note cover, which I am not an enormous fan of. Because, as I've talked about before, particularly on the Hey Jude video by The Offspring, I kind of thought, what's the point? The original exists, you're not really adding anything to it, so why do you do it? The music video is cool, but why do it to begin with? And that's a couple of things, or a couple of cover songs, I suppose, that Bowling for Soup have done now. They did this one, obviously. They did Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne. And they did Taylor Swift's Actually Romantic, which is actually something that I called in my Taylor Swift album review. I thought it was an ideal pop-punk song. So I was delighted when Bowling for Soup did that one. And they kind of reinvented it a bit. But this kind of thing, I don't think this is worth doing. I would rather that they focus their time and their attentions on recording new music, which I know that they are doing at the moment. They are recording a new album. So I was surprised to see this. Particularly this version of it. Because even the solo is identical. Yeah. So that's one difference in the vocal line. Everything else has been identical. And then back to absolutely identical cover. I don't understand why. Like, is it just like paying respect to another pop punk band that was around that time, but who were probably a little bit more serious than you? Like, Bowling for Soup have always been a very fun band, right? Like, they've never, like, in the pop punk space, right? They've just been about fun. Which isn't to say that they haven't had songs that should have been taken seriously. Like, I think Belgium is a great song. I think all of their songs should be taken seriously to a degree. But like Sum 41, they were. I'll just gonna pause this here. Bowling for Soup were always the fun band that were a bit more lighthearted, right? So Sum 41, they were a bit more serious in terms of the punk space rather than the pop space, and they kind of leaned into that more than anything else. So for Bowling for Soup to come back, that is an absolute banger of a video. But for Bowling for Soup to come back and to, in fact, let me just do this. For Bowling for Soup to come back and to do that for Sum 41, it's a bit odd, right? Like, you could argue, I suppose, in some ways that they've matured and they've grown up, and as a result of that, they want to go back and pay homage to these other artists in the space. But I just don't see why. Like, unless it's going to be on the new album, which even then I don't know why you would. Why would you give up a slot in your album for a song that isn't yours? And yes, you can argue that it happens. It is what it is. Acts do that fairly often, and that's fine. But I don't see the point. I don't see the value that it adds to you as a band or as an artist. Actually, just looking at YouTube here, and the suggested videos there's another cover for Bowling for Soup, I'm Just a Kid, which I think was by, was it Simple Plan? Maybe it was Simple Plan. But again, that is just another cover that they did. So I don't know why. They're doing covers when they are writing and they're doing their own albums. Anyway, that is where we're going to leave it for this video, folks. Thank you very much for stopping by and for listening to me ramble on about Bowling for Soup and Sum 41. I appreciate you doing so. This might be a contentious one, and don't be afraid of calling me out on stuff here. And I hope that I got my point across. I probably didn't. But feel free to leave me comments in the comments section. I'll be happy to clarify points that I made over the course of this video if they haven't been clear enough. Feel free to hit the like button as well. That helps me out massively, and I would really appreciate that. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you want to have my videos dropped directly into your subscriber feed. You might notice that there's a big mess back there. That is a few different bits and pieces. You might notice the edge of a guitar over here and a big box over here. That's a few different things. That is related to videos that will be coming in the future. So if you've got interest in figuring out what's in the big box, feel free to subscribe, and you'll find out at some point. With that said, though, folks, thank you again for stopping by and for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate your time. And I will, of course, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.